Welcome, everybody, to Transfer Talk. This is episode number 3. I'm your host, Dewey McGuire, and as you can see, they told me I needed more personality, and they stuck me with my good friend over here, Arnizzle.
Yes, sir. About to talk about some transfers, what we ate today, what we didn't eat, and all that good stuff.
None of that. We're just going to stick with transfers. If you're new here, go back, check out episodes 1 and 2. Make sure you like and comment on all the videos. Make sure you subscribe as well. This is a weekly episode. It goes out on Thursday nights. So, yeah, just make sure you go back, watch the previous 2 episodes. We talked about some big names. We talked about Mbappe. We talked about Ronaldo. We talked about Lewandowski. We talked about Kane. We talked about Jesse Lingard as well. Arnie's like, who are all these people? I don't know soccer. They just threw me here.
I know a few. Ronaldinho.
But today we're going to get started. We got 5 pretty big names again, ranging from Premier League, the Liga, League One, MLS. But to get started, we're going to talk about one of my favorite players on my favorite team. I think he's really underrated. Portuguese center midfielder Bernarldo Silva. There have been rumors of him kind of leaving the previous years, but he has stuck it through with City. But right now, there is a rumor of him joining Barcelona. This rumor has been around for a little bit now. Apparently, personal terms have been agreed, and I feel like Pep's not going to stand in the way. Silva wants to join. He's not getting as many minutes as he did when he first joined. He's been with City, I believe, since the 2016 season. Just pulling up my facts here. 2017, 2018. Oh, no, that was when he Premier League champion. Where'd he go? I think, yes, the 16-17 season is when he joined, or 17-18. Again, I'm horrible. Yeah, so 17-18 is when he joined. He joined from the Monaco side. That was actually really good, where Mbappe kind of got his up-and-coming start. But overall, in all of his seasons with City, he has 176 appearances, 31 goals, and 32 assists. So a decent goal contribution. And obviously, a 4-time Premier League champion with City. He's just kind of an influential midfielder. He kind of just does it all. He has been playing more as of late. He kind of drops in almost in a DM role, which I think he's more of an attacking midfielder. But Man City, they're looking for about $85 million.
God damn.
See?
Shit.
That's what City players do, though. We get these players and develop them into. Just think about what Haaland's transfer value is going to be in a couple of years. Or Foden's transfer value as well. So, Man City looking for $85 million. But we all know Barca keeps signing players. But then begs the question, where is Barca getting this money from? So
Wait, what's his age again?
Bernardo Silva, he is he's I would say young.
He's young? Let's see how old he is. 28? Oh, 80 million?
It's reasonable. He's a great midfielder.
He is underrated.
Him,
but 28 years old? I don't know, bro.
Him and Gundogan, I think, are 2 midfielders for City that I feel like just kind of go under the radar. Like, without Gundogan last season against Aston Villa, we wouldn't have won. And Bernardo Silva is just kind of, he just holds it down in the midfield. He can drop back and defend. He's very technical savvy. He is, I was about to say, like.
Do you think for the money it's worth it, though?
To go to Barcelona, I don't think.
Like, do you think, do
I think he's
Barcelona's
worth
already
in,
Barcelona's already in financial shambles. Do you think it's a smart move to spend 85 on him at 28 years old?
I don't think it would be a smart move.
I don't think it's a smart transfer.
Barcelona already has the likes of Gavi. They have Frankie de Jong. Well, Frankie de Jong has been rumored to kind of be on the way out as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But also, I feel like Barca are still almost in a rebuilding year where they're trying to build up like the younger squad. So maybe Bernardo Silva wouldn't be the best fit in that way because, like we said, he is 28 years old right now. Yeah. But like I've said in the previous 2 episodes, it's the world of soccer. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah. But if Barca want to afford or make this move, they're going to have to lower other players' salaries. And we've seen where that goes with Umtiti a couple years ago. And just people aren't really willing to take the lower salaries to get more players in. Because if not only are they taking lower salaries, but they're probably also losing playing time as well.
Yeah.
So it's almost a lose-lose situation in that sense. Barcelona have yet to register signings as well. They signed Kante this past season for about 55 million that they've failed to sign or failed to register. So I think Barcelona just need to stop with the signings right now. They just came off of a 3-1 loss to Real Madrid and El Clasico. But it's, in terms of the Dewey rating, I think that's what we've established it's called. On the scale of 1 to 10, how likely it's going to happen. It's probably going to be very low here. I'm going to say probably a 1 out of 10. I think Silva, I think he's got a couple years left at City. He's getting more minutes right now. Silva, he kind of rotates in and out of City's lineup. I don't know. Like, I feel like him and Gundogan kind of rotate because in the ideal Man City lineup, this is what I would be. I've said it before. Like, no injuries or anything. It would be Ederson in goal, Walker right back, Diaz and Laporte, Cancelo on the left. You have Rodri and Gundogan as DMs. You have De Bruyne, Cam. You have Bernardo Silva. You have Foden, and then you have Holland up front. And that's like my ideal Man City lineup. And being a Man City fan, I would be sad to see Silva leave just because he has had some great time at City. But that's enough about Bernardo Silva. We're going to move to the Bundesliga with Alphonso Davies. I just realized this episode we're going to be talking about 2 Canadians. We're giving love to Canada.
Shout out Canada.
Shout out Canada. First World Cup appearance. So both of these players are going to be kind of big names for Canada. I think these two are going to be leading Canada to see how far they can get. But first one, Alphonso Davies, Canadian-born, got his start, I believe, at Vancouver Whitecaps in the MLS, and then he shifted to the Bundesliga, and where he is playing for Bayern Munich. Not really top giants right now. They're not. I believe Bayern's like in 4th or 5th place. I believe like Union Berlin is in 1st place in the Bundesliga right now. Alphonso Davies he's struggled with injuries. I know he has had problems with his knee and he's a good left back. He's very pacey, very quick. A Spanish report came out saying that Real Madrid are closely watching Davies right now, and then also Barcelona are also watching him. But again, Barcelona just need to stop with the transfers right now. They do not need any more signings. Jordi Alba is Barca's left back right now. And as we all know, Jordi Alba is getting old right now. And
he's lost pace.
Lost pace, yes. Not the same as he once was. So Davies could just be kind of a like-for-like switch with that. Davies has a contract with Bayern until 2025, so he still has a couple years left. I think he'll stay because Davies is one of those players that can drop back and play left defense, but also for Canada, he's more of like a midfielder, like left mid, almost like a left wing as well. He is a very attack-minded fullback, which I guess kind of in this world, you want your fullbacks to kind of bomb up the pitch and create goal-scoring opportunities.
Yeah.
Like we see it in the Premier League, especially. You have like Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, like Robertson for Liverpool, Cancelo. You have a lot of these midfielders. I feel like a lot of managers are adapting the play style where when you have possession of the ball, your outside fullbacks almost shift into the middle and they become kind of central midfielders, just kind of giving you more attacking options. And Davies is kind of, I could see him filling that role in.
What's his age at the moment?
Davies right now, I know he's young.
He's
yeah,
young.
23 maybe.
23?
21. He's younger than us. He also just went through a breakup. And he's I actually knew that, actually. Not like Jay.
Was he dating like a model or some shit?
He was dating the PSG
soccer player?
woman player. Yeah.
Damn, I wonder why they broke up.
I don't know either. Also, fellow Canadian though, and it was a very sad breakup actually. But he's gonna tear it up at the World Cup now. Davies moved to Barcelona, it says, would be a downgrade, sort of like Lewandowski. So because Barcelona aren't really on good form right now.
Yeah.
But neither are Bayern. Like usually Bayern we always associate Bayern with being in first place right now, but they're not. Like I said, Union Berlin kind of taking the Bundesliga by surprise right now. Davies going to Real Madrid, I guess, would just continue building Real Madrid's roster, especially the young. They're kind of almost signing young players because I talked about it first couple episodes too. They signed Tuchemeni, they signed Camavinga, kind of two young central midfielders, and they already have. I'm not trying to think who's their left back right now. Or Ferland Mendy, also French, also pretty young. So I guess Davies and Mendy would be fighting for that spot. So, I mean, I don't really see this happening either. Again, these are all like early speculation rumors. You never know. Like once the winter time comes, like the World Cup season especially, like Canada especially, I feel like it's going to be one of those teams to watch because they have young players that don't really get the recognition. Like you don't really know many players in Canada.
You really don't.
So like with the World Cup coming, you're going to have clubs watching and you're going to potentially see the move of a lot of players. I referenced it last episode, talking about James Rodriguez and the 2014 World Cup with Colombia. He did amazing things with them, and then we saw him move to Real Madrid. So the World Cup is the opportunity for these players to kind of put on a show for clubs and kind of hopefully get a move if they want to move. I think Davies is happy at Bayern because if he is fit, he is getting that playing time. So I don't feel like he would
stay at
leave.
Bayern. I'd stay at Bayern. Would you stay at Bayern?
I would probably stay at Bayern,
Yeah,
especially just because I mean they're a good team.
Chilling, they're stacked.
They are stacked, but I mean if you go to Real Madrid, you're a different play style, and then you're
like arguably one of the top clubs in the world.
Yeah,
like in history too.
So. Definitely history. I mean Bayern's the same
like
club.
Real Madrid and Barcelona are like every soccer guy's like dream, you know. So it's like everybody wants to end up there.
The dream of playing for the either Los Galacticos or the red and blue of Barcelona. But
can I look up his girlfriend real quick?
Sure. Well, it would be his ex now.
I want to see. You said he was pretty sad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I would be sad.
If it loads, let's see.
Yeah.
PSG forward Jordan Hutima. This was her.
Oh damn. Shit, bro. Yeah, she bad. I'd be sad. So I'd be hella sad.
Alphonso Davies is gonna tear it up.
Oh damn, I'd be so sad.
What was sad? Because Canada qualifying, Davies was hurt, and like Davies he's young, so he likes to stream and stuff. So he would stream his reactions to the Canada game and everything, and like when Canada qualified for it, he was like in tears and everything. So hopefully he stays fit and there's no injuries that rules him out of the World Cup. I feel like that happens a lot. Cause like look at Marco Reus.
Dude, yeah.
Marco Reus is just one of those players, quality player, and then I feel like every year or every 4 years he's like, oh, he's gonna get to play in the World Cup. He's fit, and then he gets injured, and then loses out on it. So hopefully that doesn't happen to Davies. Dewey rating here, Davies to Real Madrid / Barcelona. Probably low rating again. I don't see it happening. I think he should just stay at Bayern. He's still young, so he's still got time to develop. So 2 out of 10, maybe a 3 out of 10. Arnie, you got Arnizzle rating?
2.
2 as well.
Yeah, that's low.
But
I don't know. Barcelona aren't the best at developing like young guys.
I mean, they kind of are. They have Gavi right now, and he's kind of slowly being developed.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring up the more players from the Masia.
Yeah, I think when they develop players in-house, it works out better for them in favor.
I think Xavi was like started to do well as the manager, but then he's kind of dropped off, and I think they need to find somebody new.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. I think from where he found the team, he's definitely brought it up a lot. He's done a lot for the team. I think they should give him a couple more years.
One more season. But
two.
Sticking with the Canadian theme, because we love Canada.
We love maple syrup.
We love maple syrup. We love our neighbors up north. Jonathan David, who, if you don't know him, he is a forward for Lille in the French league. He is currently the joint top scorer, actually. He's joint with Neymar. Arsenal were previously interested in him, but the rumor that I saw was that he was on the rumored to sign with Chelsea. Chelsea have kind of, I feel like, always struggled with finding a number 9 striker. They try and throw people in there. Morata was one. Giroud, obviously. Lots of trial and error. They had Falcao for a little bit. I feel like they haven't had anybody since, like, I mean, they had Fernando Torres. I mean, obviously you have the big Didier Drogba, but they're just kind of, they have Aubameyang right now, but Aubameyang's pretty old as well. David is young. He's been in the French league for a while. He's been since there, I guess only since 2020, but 41 goals and 107 appearances. That's a pretty good contribution for his time there. He's probably, I think him and Davies are going to be the key man for Canada at the World Cup. It's the first time appearing since 1986, so not first time ever. My mistake there. So it's been a while for Canada. I think they're going to make big waves in the World Cup. I think David is going to be one of those leading men for them. He would be a younger replacement for Aubameyang right now. So Aubameyang, as he is at Chelsea. Honestly, I was driving over here and I was thinking, I'm like, who have Chelsea's like strikers right now? And I kind of forgot Aubameyang was at Chelsea right now, kind of because he was at Barca and then left. Aubameyang kind of has fallen off. I think he should have stayed at Arsenal.
Yeah, he fucked by going to Barca.
He was good at Dortmund and then wanted to move.
He should have went to Barca years ago.
Like after Dortmund?
Yeah.
Like
he should have went Dortmund to Barca. Not Dortmund, Arsenal, Barca.
His career is kind of slowly dribbling down. And it's tough, too, because he doesn't really get international playing time because he's Gabon nationality-wise. And I have, like, the African Cup of Nations. But Gabon, I don't think is ever going to make the World Cup or in a while. So David would be the younger replacement. He's valued currently 38 to 46 million. And I think this is a proper price tag. If anything, it could be higher because David, I think,
looking at his stats, I think he's worth more.
Jonathan David, age.
What do you think?
22 years old. So again, young player. Oh, he was born in the United States.
What the fuck?
To Haitian parents, but he represents the Canadian national team. So he could play for United States
or Canada,
Haiti, but he represents Canada.
What do you think is the most overvalued transfer? Like, or not transfer, but like the transfer market. What league do you think like the values are valued? I think the French league has some of the lowest. We're talking about French players and not superstars, but I think the PL league is super overvalued.
They really do. I always hear they have like
super inflated.
Super inflated. There's like an English tax. I feel like clubs that want to make a signing, like in the Premier League, I feel like they always overpay for people.
So you'd say it's the Premier League.
The Premier League. I mean, being a City fan, look at Jack Grealish. He hasn't really done as much as we wanted to, and his price tag was very hefty. I mean, my twin, Harry Maguire, he was a pretty big signing as well, and he has been a total flop for United. Like, he just isn't performing well. But I definitely think, like, players in the Premier League, I feel like, have higher values. I feel like it would go Premier League, La Liga, probably Bundesliga, or no, Serie A, Bundesliga, and then League One. I feel like the lower like
transfer values.
Just because I feel like in the League One, there's not like the clubs aren't as big as other clubs. Like you have PSG, obviously. Like if you go to PSG, then your value is gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
But kind of the other clubs, so like Marseille, Lyon, Lille, they're still big names in the French league.
No one's gonna pay like 90, 100.
90, 100 million for those players. So 38 to 46 million price tag for David.
That's a steal.
I feel like that's a fair price for him.
Yeah.
Like this season, he already has 9 goals and 2 assists in just 11 games.
It's justified.
It's a justified price tag.
Yeah, that's definitely good.
Canada, he has 20 goals and 30 appearances.
Damn.
For Canada.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, for Canada, it's him and I think like Kyrie Laren who would kind of rotate in and out for like starting.
Barca should buy him.
Barca, no, we talked about this. Barca just Barca needs to
Yeah,
not
but
sign
like they want to
anybody right
sign
now.
Bernarldo Silva for fucking what 85 million, dude. Go get David for 60
for 45 million.
45. Yeah.
So his contract is good till 2025.
Oh,
so he's still
damn.
got a little bit of time. I think if Lille if they qualify for European football, so like the Champions League or even the Europa League, I think he'll stay. But I think if they miss out on that stuff,
They're probably asked to leave.
he'll probably ask to leave and go somewhere where he can play European football.
Yeah.
To Chelsea, I don't think I'm gonna give this one a low rating, but overall I think David could be seeing a transfer pretty soon. So like to Chelsea, like again, low rating, like 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, but overall as him just leaving to somewhere new, probably like an 8 out of 10. Let's see here.
8 out of 10.
So moving back to the Premier League, N'Golo Kante. It's game day or it's match day. or whatever. N'Golo Kante, I think, is one of the nicest people ever. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
he looks like such a little sweetheart.
Everybody loves him. I don't think you can ask anybody like who's one soccer player that nobody hates, and I feel like you would say N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, honestly, he looks like so defenseless.
Unless you're like a Leicester fan and you're still sad that he left after the Leicester winning the league a couple years ago.
Yep.
Conte's contract is expiring at the end of the summertime. So he's been with Chelsea for 7 years. Apparently he's wanting a 4-year extension, which is a long time. He's 31 years old, and again, just with age, just struggling to stay healthy, struggling to stay fit, getting game time minutes. He's injured right now, and he's most likely going to miss this upcoming World Cup.
Damn.
So it's up. France is still good.
But he's good though. Like he got a World Cup under his belt. He'll
yes,
be
he
right.
does.
He'll live.
He'll live. You win the World Cup, and you're like, okay,
I already got one.
And he has the Champions League.
Yeah.
His trophy cabinet's complete.
Yeah.
The World Cup and the Champions League.
What else do you want?
So Chelsea, so with the age and just the struggling to stay fit, Chelsea are considering letting him walk as a free agent. I think if Chelsea were to let him go as a free agent, it would be a loss. I still think there's value for Kante. Obviously not as much as you would have gotten from a couple years ago, just because, again, with age, value kind of decreases. Yeah. PSG slightly rumored as another destination. Tottenham and Arsenal are the big talks of who Kante would go to. I don't think he would go to another club in the Premier League necessarily. I think he's had his time there. I think going to the French league, I feel like would kind of suit him. I guess, but then again, you never know. I guess he does want to stay in London. So if he's going to stay in London, then Tottenham and Arsenal would be the big other London clubs. I don't know. This one's weird to me. Leicester, like Kante with Leicester, nobody really knew. Nobody knew anything about that Leicester squad. Knew any of the players or anything. And then once Leicester started to win games and everything, and then once they actually won the league, all of their players were big money talk right now. Like, we want them. We see their potential. Because you had Mahrez leave. You had Kante leave. You had a bunch of players leave for big money. And now N'Golo Kante, you could say, has arguably been one of the better kind of midfielders in the Premier League. He's just that, even though he's short,
he's quick.
He's very pacey. He's strong.
For 31? Dude,
he can hold his own still.
Dude, he's good.
But
I don't see him going out like 4-year extension all the way to 35, 31 to 35.
Yeah. Quick maths, come on.
I don't know if you think he'll still be performing the same at 35?
I don't think at 35. I mean, we have people.
Look at Ronaldo. Like 38?
Ronaldo's, old.
38.
Yeah. But again, you never really know.
Wait, is Ronaldo 38?
Ronaldo's old. I don't know. I talked about it last episode. Fact check. Go back last episode. Leave a comment. How old is Ronaldo?
Kante. I see him going hard for like 2 more years.
2 more years. I mean, it's either Chelsea extend his contract and you give Kante what he wants. You can maybe negotiate, give him 2 years.
Yeah, I'd say give him a 2.
Or you let him, if you let him walk as a free agent, I think he just kind of loses value.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea lose out if let him walk as a free agent.
They're losing money big time.
Again,
So what do you rate this in the Dewey?
Dewey ranking, the Dewey.
Yeah.
This one, again, this one's gonna be just a low rating. First episode, I was always like 8s and 7s. Now it's back to like 3s and 4s. It's just because it's transfer rumors. You never can really know what to think of them. You just kind of read them and it's like, maybe not. Once we get closer to the winter time, like I was saying, that's when more
stuff
sources
happen.
come about, and you can actually start.
A lot of players
picture
transfer like right after the World Cup.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
like, okay.
Clubs see how they perform internationally, and then they make those signings.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the fifth and final player. We're moving to the MLS right now. Another young player, Cade Cowell, who is currently plays for the San Jose Earthquakes. He is a homegrown player. He went through their academy. Andrew, wish he was here right now because he's our MLS expert. He's been there since 2019 in 81 games. He had 9 appearances in 81 games. What? Where's director, editor? What is this? So this season he's played 31 games. He had 15 starts, 10 he was subbed off, so 1,548 minutes he played. He's a center forward, but sometimes he plays attacking mid or left winger. He was an MLS All-Star in 2021. He's been talks with moving to Everton. Everton have been a club recently that has been struggling kind of at the start, like kind of in the bottom of the table, fighting for relegation. Everton are currently 15th in the Premier League. They have a record of two wins, 4 draws, and 5 losses. Their top player is Alex Iwobi, who's only had 1 goal and 2 assists right now in 10 games. So Everton do need some star power right now. Everton need to be on the move. Kante to Everton.
Yeah, give him 2 years.
2 years to Everton.
Yep.
Let's see.
19 years old.
Let me phone a friend right now. Beep, beep, beep. Andrew's opinion. Needs to stay at San Jose for a few more years. Needs to develop. Everton would be a good fit, just not this year. I mean, I could see that.
I could see that for
sure.
I
feel like in 19 years old, you obviously still have time to develop. You haven't found your rhythm quite yet. So a couple more years in the MLS would see that. And then I would say maybe another year, 2 years. You could see him moving over to Everton. But, like, Everton are struggling right now, so I feel like they need to sign some players. Yeah.
You think they're going for him because he might be cheap because he's young, like super young?
MLS. I think they could go for him. I mean, they've already spoke with San Jose about it. So I feel like this might be the highest
most
rating
likely
of the day.
Yeah.
Like
a 10?
6 out of 10. Not definitely not a 10.
Not 10?
No, I would say 6 or 7 out of 10.
I like that more American players are getting scouted.
A lot of more
like MLS, North America, South.
U.S. players are playing in Europe. I feel like
it's cool.
Which it's nice to see being a U.S. fan.
Yeah, I think it opens up the doors for the kids growing up right now that want to go overseas. Soccer. The connections are getting there. So it's like, let's say you want to go to England, like go to San Jose, and then you'll get like a fast pass to England.
Yeah, like when we were kind of growing up, the American-based soccer was not like nobody really talked about it as much. As played in the MLS.
You're gonna go play in the MLS and work at Chipotle part time. You know what I'm saying?
But now, more Americans are playing in Europe, like playing in the top 5 leagues. So it's good to see. World of soccer, it's fun, it's exciting. Again, all rumors right now, all speculations. But let us know in the comments what are your thoughts. I appreciate the comment last episode. Keep them coming.
Shout out Abi.
Let us know your opinions about, do you think Bernarldo Silva to Barcelona would be a good fit? Davies, do you think he's going to leave? Jonathan David, another Canadian, do you think he's going to go to Chelsea because Chelsea need a striker? Kante, do you think he gets a contract extension? Do you think he stays? Then Cade Cowell, does he stay and gain more experience playing in America and then move to Everton? Or do Everton kind of drop the cash right now and go for him? But I think this is going to wrap up the episode. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Thank you, Arnizel, for joining in.
My pleasure.
But again, yes, thank you all for tuning in and have a good one.
Later.
Bye.